Is it your first time traveling in Japan? Are you feeling a little bit overwhelmed? Don't worry, we're here to help you. Whether you're traveling to Japan or any other foreign country, planning and adjusting to the local environment can be quite daunting. You might not be 100% ready to take on your next adventure alone. That's why guided tours can become your new best friend. Tour guides can help ease the stress of organizing your trip to Japan to make sure you see everything while you're here. We help our guests customize your trips to Japan to help you see everything without having to stress. If you're interested in finding out a little bit more about that, make sure to check out the description box down below. Okay, one great option for you is to join a group tour. Joining a group tour can have its pros and cons. It all depends on what you're looking for while you're visiting Japan. Let's talk a little bit about the pros. The first pro of traveling on a guided tour is that you don't have to do any kind of itinerary planning. Tour guides will have the itineraries all planned out for you, so you just have to come and experience the iconic locations, local dishes and traditions, and all kinds of activities. Sometimes you don't even need to worry about what to pack because travel agencies will send you a list of all the necessary clothes and items you'll need throughout your travels. Another advantage you can gain from someone local is the knowledge. With a local guide, you'll be able to discover and learn a lot of different interesting facts and history behind the places you visit. That sounds a lot more easier than fun than finding all the information by yourself and getting lost in translation, right? Not only that, but sometimes you might find miscommunication as well as misinformation about Japan and culture. This will not be a problem when you're on a guided tour with all the correct information delivered to you. Not only that, but tour guides can adjust to all types of travelers, whether you have children or are accompanied by an elderly family member. The tour leader can adapt to you and your group's needs and is willing to travel at your pace and even explain certain aspects in more straightforward terms if you have your little ones with you. Having said all of that, you might want to keep in mind some of the drawbacks that group tours have. The first one is that it's going to cost you a little bit more than a self-guided tour. For example, it costs about $150 to $300 for a day visit in Tokyo, and some of the tours outside of Tokyo can be more expensive. Besides, there are so many different tour guides out there, you might be with someone that you don't really appreciate or get along with. This could end up giving you a not so positive experience. So try to do a little bit of research and see how this guide might best fit your need and your bucket list destination. You can always jump on a quick call beforehand to see if you get along. Also, it really depends on your physical level. If you're not used to walking a lot or accustomed to walking a lot, then it depends on the guided tour, but some might not be the best fit for you. Also, again, it depends on the tour, but you might not be able to travel privately to those places because tours tend to have other people joining you. Having said all of that, it really depends on the tours. Some tours come with buses, private cars, some tours are bigger, there are also smaller ones, so make sure to have a think about what you're looking for. Okay, now let's talk about solo traveling, an alternative way to travel solo and have your own customized / private adventure in Japan. A solo trip is recommended for more flexible, independent travelers who value privacy. Like going on a guided tour, this comes with some perks and also downsides. Let's have a look at some of them. First, let's look at some advantages. Traveling by yourself grants you a lot of freedom and you can travel in Japan as you wish. Besides that, you might come across some untapped treasure locations you might not be able to see otherwise on a group tour. You can also take your time to visit different local shops and explore different back alleys. With this freedom, you're not restricted to anyone else and you discover Japan at your own pace. You can also have the flexibility to choose your own accommodation. Depends on the group tour, but sometimes you might end up in places that you don't really like that much. But you won't have this worry with solo traveling because you can choose from a wide range of homes, from capsule hotels to luxury hotels. The choice is yours. Similarly, you have the freedom to choose where to eat and also decide to try some local and authentic Japanese dishes. On group tours, you might end up in bigger restaurants, but on the other hand, when it comes to solo traveling, you might get the opportunity to go to small ramen shops or small yakiniku restaurants and different hole-in-the-wall hidden gems. Now let's talk about some disadvantages. A luxury of traveling on a group tour or a planned tour is that you don't have to go through the headache of planning every single thing, booking accommodations, activities, sifting through all kinds of information online. Group tour organizers will handle all of this for you. These must-do tasks that are really time-consuming and sometimes can be stressful, especially if you don't know the local language of the place you visit will be taken out of your hair. Guided tour organizers will also make the trip easier for you because once you choose the agency of your choice, you can just sit back and relax knowing everything is being sorted out for you with no hassle on your end. When traveling solo, you'll be completely responsible for doing all of the things and you might run into problems that you didn't even think about. For example, how to get your luggage from one place to another, how to sort out your different accommodations, Wi-Fi, JR Pass, there are a lot lot of information. While we're on the topic of luggage transfer, let me just let you know that luggage carrier services are available to help you transport your belongings from one place to another. But this service is not available in every single city, and the price really changes from company to company. I've added some information in the description box in case you're interested. Regarding communication, traveling solo in Japan can be more challenging if you don't speak Japanese, especially in the local areas. The language barrier is a real deal in Japan, but you'll be able to find that a lot of Japanese locals are more than happy to help you during your travels. You can also download some language translation applications on your phone to help you, for example, communicate as well as read menus in restaurants. Of course, looking at this point, if you're with a tour guide, they'll be able to translate for you and give you clear information and recommendations about locations and information that you might not be able to find on websites or on different menus and signs. Let's talk about another option you have, which are day experiences. Having said all of that, if you haven't decided if you want to join a group tour or travel alone, a unique day experience might be the right thing for you. With a wide range of options for you to choose from, you're bound to find something that tickles your fancy. Again, these come with pros and cons, so let me go through them quickly. Day experiences are very broad in what you can do. You can find different tours like one-day experiences, bar hopping experiences, traditional tea ceremonies, ninja experiences, and so much more. There's always something for everyone. You'll definitely be able to find at least one unique experience for you, or at least something that you've never tried before. If you haven't decided you want to do a guided tour or solo travel, doing a day experience is a great way to get all the benefits of doing a guided tour as well as solo traveling and put them all together. You can try different experiences throughout your trips, and if you like them, you can do more. If you didn't like it, you can go on and do your solo travel after. But you might find that you enjoy one of these daily experiences and that you might want to try some more. But with so much to see and so much to do in Japan, repeating the same activity might not be ideal for experiencing all Japan has to offer. Day experiences are usually quite short as well, especially if you're someone who has a huge bucket list of things to want to do, eat, and experience in Japan. In that case, it might not be a long-term solution for you. Not only that, but day experiences can become even more expensive very quickly. If you stack different day experiences together, it might cost even more than a group tour. It might also be difficult to book experiences last minute, and if you really liked your guide, it might be difficult to get them again. It all really comes down to what you're looking for and your own style of traveling. Here at Flip Japan Guide, we customize your trip based on what you're looking for. From itinerary planning, guided tours, and day experiences, we do it all for you. If you're interested in finding out more, make sure to check out the description box down below. We have more videos about recommendations in Japan, traveling Japan, as well as different tips and tricks, so make sure to subscribe and press the bell notification. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.